Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason, and we're back with some more Elder Scrolls Arena. Last time we talked to King Kasich, I believe his name was, and we got the location of the Black Gate, which is a dungeon that he wants us to go and find some hammer or something so that he can give us some ring that he has in some anvil, so that he can give us the location of the final piece of the Staff of Chaos. So let's not wait around town at all. Wait, maybe we shall. I just need to make sure I've got like an obscene amount of potions with me. Yes, 565, that should do nicely. So, all right, now we can go ahead and head on out. So let's go ahead. Morrowind, where is Black Gate? That's Black Gate right there. It'll take us 5 days to travel. Let's go. Alright, so we've just entered the Black Gate, so we're going to go ahead and save the game under Alexis Dunyan. We'll add the number 64 so we know it comes after the town. Now, I went ahead and I was doing a little bit of reading in the manual, and I learned some things. Imagine that, right? You know, a game that shipped with a manual that has a lot of really good information in it. I read the manual, and guess what? I learned stuff. Isn't that just great? I love that. One thing I learned, now that I'm almost done the game, that if you push both mouse buttons, well, it's supposed to let you jump. Wait, let me see. Left, then right. Okay, so the manual lied. Never mind. Ignore that. Thanks, manual. You made me look stupid in front of a bunch of people. Hate freaking. Anyways. Another one of the things that I read in the manual, and this actually I checked before I started this video, was I was reading through the magic section, just because I like magic and I cast magic, so I figured, hey, why not let's read about magic stuff, and I discovered I don't know why it never really occurred to me before, but I discovered that your spells actually cost less spell points over time. As you level up, the cost of your spells goes down. And I was like, oh, that is brilliant, because I believe I've got a maximum of 150 spell points. Where are my spell points? Yes, 150. And I was thinking, okay, well, that's the limitation on what kind of spells you can cast. But then I was looking at it, and then I checked over some of my custom spells I made, and I noticed that, yes, as I leveled up, the cost to cast some of these spells was significantly dropped. So that means that, like, the higher level you get, eventually I could start casting, for instance, Nukem Dukem Robot as much as I cast Firebolt. And that is awesome. There's that real sense of progression, and it kind of sort of cements to me that, magic is definitely potent in this game. Actually, I don't... Oh, it's a Wraith. Hi, Wraith, how's it going? I was also reading up in the manual about the different enemy types, and I think I kind of spoiled things a little bit for myself. I saw some enemies in there that I was like, "Aw, I've never seen those yet." So I'm hoping that I'll, experience that in the game. But I guess the surprise is now gone. I won't be able to, we'll say, see those enemies for the first time and be like terrified and in shock and going, "Ah, what is that?" But yes, I now know that Wraiths are basically the spirits of dead mages, which I think that they are probably replaced in later Elder Scrolls installments by liches. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. But I also determined that I am basically capped out with my gear. Alexis will not be able to pretty much upgrade her gear anymore at all. I think the only exception is any of her trinkets, like we've established before, because if there's only one level beyond adamantium, and that is ebony. Yeah, I was like, I see some red off, you know, off to the corner of my eye. I see some red over in that corner of the room. And sure enough, wraiths. I hate wraiths. Actually, how much experience do I have? 8.6 million. I need about, what, 10 million for my next level up, and then I'll have to start calculating my experience table beyond that. But it'll be kind of cool to reach level 20. It's neat. I like that the levels are kind of low. I don't know, for someone who's big into, we'll say, tabletop RPGs, you know, seeing, I don't know, I was used to lower levels, because, you know, in a lot of these games, you know, you'd end up with, if you hit level 10, you were like epic. This was cool. I mean, if you hit level 20, man, you were legendary. That's just how it went. So it's kind of nice to play a game that kind of has that same sort of mentality, and it actually makes me kind of crave to want to play like some of the D&D games like Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate would be fun, but for the time being, I'm going to focus my attention on you know, the Elder Scrolls series, because you know, I don't want too many RPGs going at once, because, you know, they tend to be very, they tend to suck out your life. And by that I just mean, you know, they're very time consuming. So we'll stick with, oh, okay, I guess I can't climb up that way. We'll stick with the Elder Scrolls. And I really don't have any problem with that, because I love the Elder Scrolls series. All of the games, every one of them. I think every game sort of brings something new and different to the table. And, you know, there's always a lot of discussion. Well, what game is better? Which one's this, that? Honestly, I think that in a lot of ways, how am I supposed to pick that up? Come on. Do I have a spell to create a floor? I need to create a floor. I want to get like those 2 gold pieces. I will have those 2 gold pieces. I don't know what happened with my voice there, but let's see here. I don't have anything. Darn it. Okay, I guess we'll just keep going this way. But yeah, you know what? Okay, you can say if a game is better or worse, but ultimately I think what matters the most is how much a game matches your playstyle, or matches what you want at that time. And, you know, sometimes I'm guilty of this as well. We get kind of caught up with sequels. You want more of the same. But, you know, in a way, I think it's better if, oh, I knew I was being attacked by I was like, something's hitting me. I could feel it. My screen was shaking. Darn ghost. You know, we want more of the same, because we really liked, we'll say, a particular installment. So we're like, yes, I want more of that. But it's not always the best thing. Sometimes it's better to have something different. You know, if you want that old experience, go play that other game again. I'm going to turn on my light so I can tell where I'm going. All right, there we go. So, yeah. It's just my thoughts. Wow, look at all these little rats. Yeah, Arena's a nice dungeon crawler that I can see myself just wanting to, you know, sit down and dive into and have a challenge. That's something that I can say about Arena versus, well, at least the last 3 games, is that the degree of challenge is definitely here. And, you know, you can go ahead and defend the other games all you want. You could say, oh, they're a lot more, they're more challenging than you make it out to be, or just turn up the difficulty. But I find with the difficulty settings in, like, the later games did, all it really did was make things just sort of damage sponges. It just made things that you could just whack on things forever, and that's not really making the game harder. Whereas I feel like Arena's got a much higher, we'll say, base difficulty. Like, it's just hard by nature. The enemies, the way they spawn, the way how the environment works against you. you know, if you're not prepared, you're gonna get slaughtered in this game, even at my level. Like, I'm scared if one of my spells goes down, or if I don't have enough potions, you know, to restore my spell points. I'm scared. You know, there's a degree of, we'll say skill to it. And I'm not saying there's no skill to the other games. I'm just saying that Arena's brutal. Arena is metal. Like, you know, this is a game that just, it will, you know, kick you into the dirt, and it's not here to make you feel good about yourself. It is here to, it's not the kind old mentor guy who's like, oh, you can do it, you can do it. No, this is like your hard case freaking like martial arts instructor who's like, do it again! No, you suck! Do it again! No, you will never succeed! You are a failure! Ah! You know, it's that kind of experience. And you know, I like that. But so, and I hope I can talk like this, like just openly about, we'll say, differences in the games, because I love all the games. It's not me bashing on a game, because it seems like anytime someone says something, even potentially, oh, hello, you're very close to me. If you say anything potentially negative about a title, people tend to immediately think that you're bashing on it, you're hating on it, and oh, that door looks actually very suspicious. We're gonna go ahead and hit work, save it as work here, and that's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm just having a discussion. It's okay to be critical about things you love. In fact, I think it's better to be critical about things. That way, there you can, you know, you can understand why you love the things you love, and it helps you find more of those same kind of things. But sorry, I hate that I feel like I have to make that kind of disclaimer, but it's the internet. People are going to get offended by everything, and I'm just trying to have a conversation. And there I am trying to predict what response will be and cut it off at the pass. Sorry. Let's continue by throwing fireballs at Race and going through this door. I haven't checked my map in a while. I really have no idea where I am at this point. I think I'm in just some I'm off in some far off corner of this dungeon, and I don't even know where I am anymore. That's okay. I seem to be going to places that I haven't been before, so that's good, right? I'm exploring. Hey, if you're watching this, you may actually be a fan of the Elder Scrolls. You know, you just might be. That's maybe a dangerous assumption on my end. You might just be curious about this game. Whatever. Has anyone out there played ESO, Elder Scrolls Online? It's just a curiosity, because I've been looking at it, because I used to play MMOs, but I kind of shied away from it. Is it, if anyone knows, is it easy? I see such conflicting things, because there doesn't seem to be any real gray area. There's either people who hate it or love it, and I'm trying to find like a moderate, like someone who can look at things critically and just sort of, you know, break things down. Well, this here is flawed, this here, the blah blah blah, you know, like that. I want a balanced opinion of it, one that doesn't love it, one that doesn't hate it, because it's really hard for me to form an opinion based on that. So just asking, what do people think of it? Would you, do you have any other experience with MMOs? Do you have any other experience with Elder Scrolls games? How would you compare it to, you know, those games you've played? It'd be nice, because now that there's no subscription fee, I actually am kind of, I'm wondering. You know, if I don't ultimately like it, you know, I don't lose that much out. But at the same time, you know, I want to play it for the lore. I really like Elder Scrolls, but from what I've seen, it looks kind of, like just from Let's Plays, it looks kind of handholdy. The combat looks kind of nice though, but I don't know, is it too easy? Anyways, if you have an opinion on that, or you can answer my question, please do. That would be really cool. I would appreciate that. While I was talking, we ran into some trolls, and it said trolls regenerating. I think I finally got that figured out. I used to, for some reason, I got it in my head that trolls would regenerate if you killed them without fire. But I don't think that's necessarily true in the game. Based on what I read in the manual, trolls they just regenerate their health very quickly. And that's all it really means, is when you see trolls regenerating, it's just there to show you that, hey, unless you're doing large amounts of damage to this troll at once, you know, it's gonna get back up to full strength again. So once you kill a troll, it stays dead. The troll's regenerating text is, it's just there to tell you that, you know, the troll regenerates quickly. And I think when the text is showing up on the screen, even after the troll is dead, it's kind of a case like you've seen in my playthrough a little bit, where sometimes we'll kill an enemy and we'll still hear the sound played right after. It's because it was queued up. So sometimes you'll kill the troll and the troll is regenerating, it was queued to display on the screen and it shows up anyways, even though the troll is dead. So I don't think we've got any reviving trolls on our hands, so that's good, right? Wow, there's a lot of skeletons in here. Good shot there, Alexis. You totally hit that skeleton. Man. Windy maze. I kind of like it, though. It's an interesting dungeon design that we really haven't seen too much before. It uses like the waterways and the bridges to kind of create this. It's a very cool feeling dungeon. It's a very cool feeling dungeon, and it's also a little bit unnerving because you know, in a lot of cases you're, you know, in the water and you can just sort of climb out, but I feel like once you get in the water, you're sort of stuck there. And I can only imagine if I didn't have some, we'll say, stamina restoration potions or, you know, Red Bull, my Red Bull spell. That would be... It would make the dungeon, we'll say, significantly more scary. Just because, you know, I'd be fearing the water. I'd be like, oh man, if I get stuck in the water, I'm gonna die just because I lost all my stamina. All right, let's restore power. Oh, I am visible again. All right, so I'll use your spells to renew my Absorbo and renew, why not, my light, and let's say my shield again. Where's the shield? Shield, Supergirl. And then sneaky peeky like. And then he's like, where did you go? And I'm like, I'm right here. Surprise! I'm really glad, though, that I found out the whole thing about the spell points going down, because I had wondered. I was like, you know what? I seem to be able to cast this spell a lot more than I used to, and yet my spell points haven't actually increased. And actually, I think that's going to be something I'm going to miss in some of the later games. I know for sure, like in Morrowind, well, at least I think in Morrowind, your spell costs don't go down as you level up. But it's mostly like your spell chance. You can only cast high-level spells when your skill in that spell tree is greater. And let's take these three out. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect spell cost, which it kind of worries me a little bit, because in Morrowind, the Nightblade doesn't get the same, like the spell point pool, or in the case of Morrowind, Magicka. They don't have the same Magicka pool, because in Arena, as you saw earlier, the Nightblade gets 150, up to 150 spell points. So basically they get the 1.5 intelligence modifier, or multiplier rather. And in Morrowind, they're straight, you know, they just have a straight 1-to-1 with intelligence and magicka, which means that my Nightblade, or Alexis in Morrowind will only have a maximum of 100, and for much of the game be stuck with only less than 100 spell points, which is really going to limit her spell casting, which means I'm probably either going to have to go crazy into alchemy, which I think will fit, especially considering I'm planning on playing around with alchemy in Daggerfall. I've never done it yet in Daggerfall, so I'm interested in how that is going to play out. But yeah, in definitely like I said, in Morrowind as well, it's either going to be enchanting. Actually, it might be enchanting and alchemy. I might kind of let her become a sort of jack of all trades, if you will. Kind of get into enchanting and stuff, and basically work on a lot of skills that aren't even necessarily class skills. And I think that approach will probably be very healthy for me in Oblivion as well, because I'm planning on basically doing it, mostly unmodded. So I'm gonna have to deal with that leveling curve, and I refuse to do careful leveling where I need my ×5 multiplier for this. No, I hate that kind of power leveling crap. It's immersion breaking for me. So I think by working on skills that might not even be necessarily part of part of my class, that will help me out there. But I think I've gotten a little bit off topic. I want to sort of save the discussion for those games, even though I will likely repeat them, because there's some people who probably are not even interested in Arena and are probably waiting for me to get to the later games, so they probably haven't even heard this. But for you diehard fans, you'll have a case of deja vu in some cases. But who knows? My opinions and thoughts might have changed by then, so I don't know. Arena's taken me a while to play through. It's been what? This Let's Play's been going for over a year. Mind you, I was uploading very slowly, like very infrequently for a period of time. I've really, will say, started to press the gas on this to get this playthrough done. So hopefully that'll go a little bit quicker. But either way, the Elder Scrolls games are very long games, and I can foresee it being a little while before I get to the later games. But I'm okay with that, and that's because I'm saving up for a new computer. It'd be nice to be able to play some of the later games, either maxed out, or I'm still debating if I should be playing them completely vanilla, or if I should go with at least cosmetic mods to make things look nice and pretty. And if that's the case, then definitely having the time playing through Arena and Daggerfall while I'm saving up for my new PC will definitely be no, will definitely be nice, because that'll allow me to save up for a decent system that'll be able to play things with all the bells and whistles turned on, all the nice mods and all that. Unless all you guys just want to see straight up vanilla, that's fine by me as well. So let me know now. I'll probably also post the question, as I'm done each playthrough, or as I'm about to start each one, what everyone wants to see. All right, thanks, Race. I need you to fill me up. All right, there's another one off to the right. Yep, there you are. And you're down. All right. Oh, there's another one over there. Wow. A lot of race. I'm curious what my experience is at right now. Let's take a look. Oh, man, I'm at 8.9 million. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit before I hit 20. But I definitely think I will be at 20 by the time I get to El Jagar Tharno. El Jagar Tharno? Really? Right, go ahead. Cover the room, and through the next door. more ghouls. I've said it before, but I love it that they keep throwing, you know, old enemies at you. It makes you feel powerful. It's like, yes! Well, you know what, everyone? I actually didn't realize how long I had been going. I was having a lot of fun just going ahead, playing some arena, chatting with you guys. You know, even though I'm essentially, if you actually think about it, I'm just sitting in a room by myself, talking to myself while I play games. But you know, that makes me feel a little bit weird when I think about it. But ultimately, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm glad you're enjoying this. If you've watched this far into the series, then my goodness. You know, I'm flattered. I'm also worried, concerned about your sanity, that you would watch me for that long. I say that in the most loving and kind way possible. I'm just saying that because I hope nobody took that as an insult. I'm like, no. I mean that in a good way. I'm trying to, you know, rag on myself a little bit. Or, you know, okay. Sorry, things are getting awkward now. But anyways, I didn't realize how long this had gone, so I'm going to end things here. I've got a lot of other things to do. My time is limited, so we're going to go ahead and walk through this door, see what's in here, find out that there's nothing. So we're going to save the game as work, and we're going to be done. So I'd like to thank you so much for joining me once again in the Elder Scrolls Arena. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.